The Dene people, the Navajo Nation, if it were a nation, would be like the third largest state in the country. I think a third of the people were left without water, and the numbers were staggering. It was wild. There is a line in the road where the dollar stops. I don't mean, it's not gradual. It is clear that there is a disparity.
So we are in the Santa Fe Plaza in the center of Santa Fe. If you go back 400 years, the Spaniards came in to Santa Fe and murdered an incredibly large amount of indigenous population that were already in Santa Fe. And a statue used to lay here of that same depiction. 2 weeks ago, they took down the statue.
I walked over to the plaza when I heard all the commotion, yes, and there was hundreds of people screaming and yelling on megaphones. I think they were trying to instigate something between the Native Americans and the Hispanics here. We all get along here. We're all locals, and we love each other. We care for each other. We all get along. I don't know why that became a problem.
The surrounding, Navajo Nation has been struck pretty hard. We drove there on our way to Phoenix a few months ago, and they're actually stopping vehicles and asking where we were going because they didn't want any outside presence on the reservation.
The American government had created the perfect institution to kill indigenous people. And we saw it. With a crumbling healthcare system, boil water advisories. What did we think was going to happen?
Those moments in March when I think for all of us as Americans realized that this is almost something out of the movies. This is really happening. I remember reading a report that we had less than 200 ventilators in the entire Indian healthcare system. I mean, that's a system that's charged with serving more than 574 tribal nations, and our entire population, we only had a couple hundred ventilators. We had no PPE. Prisoners enjoy better healthcare than Native Americans in this country.
So right now I'm with Lyndon. Lyndon, how long have you lived in Santa Fe?
I lived here since 1987. I came here as an art student.
Really?
Coming from Montana. The people I know are all artists. They all make a living off of art, on the res, off the res. Like myself, I'm kind of an urban Indian. I paid all my bills here on the Portal. We were the last ones to close when the whole state of New Mexico was shut down. We had our masks on, we had gloves, we separated ourselves, and now that they opened everything up, we're the last to open.
Invisibility of our people is a matter of life or death. And through our research, we found that nearly 80% of Americans know little to nothing about Native people. There's a significant proportion of our population that aren't even sure if we still exist. And so we are out of sight, out of mind, and watching in those critical early first weeks and months of the pandemic that the Trump administration failed to really see us. It was right then that was just really like, this government has no values. It does not value us as human beings. It does not value our lives, that you can use the excuse of red tape and bureaucracy.
I mean, what we've done to the first citizens of this nation, I don't think that America could ever atone for. We need a major restructuring of the system, from justice to everything, and completely retool the entire system. This is like trying to have a pair of skinny jeans that only fits a skinny white girl, and then trying to tell other folks to just squeeze into them. We'll let them out a little bit on the side, and maybe we can add some fabric. Now they're just fucked up pants.
Do you think the president's handling it well?
No, he's not even handling it. I mean, I can't even say he's handling it. He's not even trying to make an attempt. We need your help, and we need it a long time ago, but we're still here, and we're not going to go away. So please help us. We desperately need your help right now.
I feel more hope than I've ever felt in my life. What the story that didn't get told is how the Navajo people self-organized, right? And when the federal government wasn't showing up, they self-organized to raise money, to make masks, to get food and water to their people. I just see Native people standing up saying, no more, we're done.